Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we take you to the Silver Bowl in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, as the Red Tornadoes play host to the visiting Panther Valley Panthers. It's Friday night, the 8th of September, 1978. And now we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Panther Valley High School Panthers. At left end, number 85, Mike Bubak. Left tackle, 74, Joe Moravec. Left guard, number 60, Mark Pisco. At center, number 52, Jim Holmes. Right guard, 64, Ed Crisco. Right guard, 71, Greg Gogol. Right tackle and right end, number 80, Greg Cutler. At quarterback, number 11, Ed Schubeck. At left halfback, number 21, Gino DiGiosio. At right halfback, number 22, Chris Zuber. And at fullback, number 40, Dave Bonner. And now, looking underneath the starting lineup, you see the remainder of the 1978 Panther Valley High School Panthers. DiGiosio, by the way, was an all-state player. And now we see the head coach, Trevor Lawrence, assistant coaches, Jim Fuller, Rich David Dock, Gino Poli, and Gene Zuby. And now for the Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornadoes, the offensive lineup. At left end, number 82, Jed Karpinski. Left tackle, 60, Tom Petruskevich. Left guard, 61, Bill Fracolosi. Center, 51, George Zimmerman. Right guard, 66, Tony Chicatano. Right tackle, 77, Jim Reiner. Right end, number 7, Paul Szymanski. The quarterback, number 9, Danny Rupp. The left halfback, 28, BJ Niglio. Right halfback, 32, Eddie Dimnick. And the fullback, number 35, Glenn Meredith. And coming on the screen now, you see the remainder of the Red Tornadoes roster of 1978. The head coach of the Red Tornadoes, Joseph Jazz Dimnick. Assistant coaches, Al Santos, Jim Sheehan, Joe Greco, Phil Klaus, Andy Blumis, Joe Aaronsfield. Junior Senior High Principal, Steven Zarlinski. AD, Francis Jamin. Photographers, George McPhee and John Miller. Team physician, Dr. Joseph Greco. Team trainer, Tony Mazzella. Team statistician, Jose Gonzalo. And the officials for tonight's game, Fred Bennett, Paul Dornish, Bob Garrett, and Sam Gruber, and Paul Repitz of Enola. The kickoff, which was not shown on the film, Panther Valley was offsides and took a 5-yard penalty. And now on the re-kick, a re-kick goes out of bounds. And this time, Mount Carmel area decides to take it at its own 45. 1st and 10 at the 45. Danny Rupp at quarterback, hands off to BJ Niglio, who gets one and fumbles as he's hit by number 60, Mark Pishko. Number 61, Jim Macalusco, recovers for Panther Valley. 1st and 10 at the Red Tornadoes 47. Hand off to number 22, Chris Zuber. He picks up 3 to the 44. Number 5, Robbie Bergen on the tackle. 2nd and 7 at the 44. Number 11, Ed Schubeck, back to pass, and his pass is incomplete. 3rd and 7 at the 44. Number 20, Dave Sloniker, picks up 1 as Rob Gergen makes the tackle. 4th and 6 at the 43. And Schubeck back in punt formation. Has his punt go out of bounds at the Mount Carmel area 28. 1st and 10 at their own 28. Number 35, Glenn Meredith from fullback gets 1 as number 71, Glenn Gogol on the stop. 2nd and 9 at the 29. Quarterback, number 9, Danny Rupp, drop back, throws in the flat, pass is incomplete. 3rd and 9 at the 29. And Eddie Dimnick drops back for a quick kick. And the quick kick rolls all the way down and is finally down at the Panther Valley 28. Panther Valley 1st and 10 at their own 28. A pitch to number 21, Gino DiGiosio. And DiGiosio gets around the side and under good blocking downfield, taking 2 Red Tornado defenders down, goes 72 yards for the Panther Valley touchdown. First time he touched the ball. Sloniker stopped short with Meredith and Zaleski making the tackle. And the scoreboard with 8:40 left. First quarter, Panther Valley 6, Mount Carmel area nothing. This was a very big team. Panther Valley, 6'4", 6'5", and 6s, 250-pounders, which was unusual for that day. Panther Valley's kickoff taken at the 9 by number 22, Joey Zavarik. And he comes up, returned to the 25 with Sam Conazzoni on the stop. 1st and 10 at their own 25. B.J. Niglio takes the ball, gets 3 yards as number 11, Ed Schubeck, comes up for the tackle. On 2nd and 7 at the 29, Danny Rupp dropping back, rolling left. Oh, and his pass is dropped. That brings up a 3rd and 7 at the 29. Rupp again back to pass. And this time it's completed to B.J. Niglio to the 50. Number 23, Tom Lutz, making the stop. And number 11, Schubeck with a late hit. And an altercation occurs, as you see here, with Coach Alfie Santos. And then number 5, Robbie Gergen, comes in and pushes Schubeck away. And the official comes in and grabs Gergen, and a flag flies. After the penalty, it's Mount Carmel area 1st and 10 at the Panther Valley 36. Dimnick on the carry picks up 5 yards as number 64, Ed Cusco, on the tackle. 2nd and 5 at the 31. Dimnick on a dives in for 2 yards out to the 29. That brings up a 3rd and 3 at the 29. Quarterback Rupp is hit by number 76, Dwayne Sloniker, fumbles, and number 71, Greg Gogol, on the recovery. Panther Valley takes over 1st and 10 at their own 34. And quarterback Schubeck breaks a keeper and goes down 43 yards until cutting back and getting an angle on him is Jed Karpinski, number 82, making the stop. 1st and 10 at the Red Tornadoes 23. DiGiosio takes the handoff, gives it back to Schubeck, who is hit by number 75, Tom Allen, and 3 other Tornadoes for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 at the 25. Sloniker gets the carry, and he picks up 2 at number 76, Joe Rogutsky, on the tackle. On 3rd and 10 at the 23, quarterback Schubeck back to pass, and his feet go out from under him. Play is blown dead at the 29. That brings up a 4th and 16 at the 29, and the Panthers are going to try a 46-yard field goal attempt by number 82, John Mikovic. And Mikovic hits the 46-yarder. It's good. One of the longest field goals in Silver Bowl history, other than Carson Long's 52-yarder. And the scoreboard with 3:43 left, and it's Panther Valley 9, Mount Carmel area 0 in the first quarter. And now we pick up further action with Mount Carmel area 1st and 10 at the 18. Eddie Dimmick on a carry. He's fumbled as he's hit by Pishko, and it's recovered by Cusco. Panther Valley now with the 1st and 10 on its own 17. A pitch to DiGiosio. Number 82, Jed Karpinski, coming up for the stop, a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 at the 15. Quarterback Schubeck back to pass, looks around, scrambles, and finally fires it and overthrows everyone. Brings up a 3rd and 12 at the 15. DeJosio making the carry, picks up 4 yards, and that brings up a 4th and 8 at the 19. Punter is Schubeck, and his punt is taken by Eddie Dimnick at the 28, and he returns it to the 47. 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Danny Rupp's pass completed to Jed Karpinski at the PV 27, a 20-yard gain. Number 40, Dave Bonner on the stop. 1st and 10 at the Panther Valley 27. Danny Rupp again back to pass. Gets it off. Oh, and it's dropped right at the goal line. 2nd and 10 at the 27. And Rupp again, straight drop back. And this time, oh, and the pass once again is dropped. 3rd and 10 at the 27. Rupp going back to pass again, but this time he's sacked by number 80, Greg Cutler, at the 32. And the scoreboard now shows at the end of the first quarter, Panther Valley 9, Mount Carmel area 0. Mount Carmel area with a 4th and 5 at the Panther Valley 32. Rupp's pass is completed to Eddie Dimnick, a gain of 5. Not quite enough for the first down. Panther Valley takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Schubeck on a keeper slips down. 2nd and 9 at the 28. And it looked like an obvious backfield of motion, but it wasn't called. And Schubeck steps out of bounds at the 26, a loss of 2. 3rd and 11 at the 26. Schubeck's pass to Zuber is completed to the 28 with Dimnick making the shoestring tackle. 4th and 9 at the 28. Quarterback Schubeck back in punt formation. And Schubeck's punt is taken by Eddie Dimnick at the 37 and returns out to the 39. Number 83, Ron Sheese on the stop, and a clip was called against the Red Tornadoes. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Quarterback Rupp's pass is completed to number 7, Shemansky, who's draped but still makes the catch. 31 yards. Lutz and Schubeck on the stop. 1st and 10, Panther Valley 36. Rupp's pass. A great catch by Jed Karpinski, who stays in bounds and takes it in the end zone. 36-yard on the rebound. A 2-point try. Eddie Dimnick cuts back in and just gets into the end zone. 2-point conversion. The scoreboard with 9:05 left in the second quarter. Panther Valley 9, Mount Carmel area 8. Number 7, Paul Shemansky's kickoff, taken at the 18 by number 21, Gino DeJosio, and he returns it out to the 32. Number 85, Tony Manello, was one of the tacklers. 1st and 10 at their own 32. Schubeck drops back to pass. Pass is tipped by Gergen, but making a great catch, number 80, Greg Cutler, tackled by both Dimnick and Gergen at the 46. Panther Valley 1st and 10 at the 46. Pitch to DeJosio, and he's hog-tied by Gergen for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 at the 48. And they tried DeJosio again, and he stopped at the 45, tackled by number 5, Rob Gergen. 3rd and 10 at the 46. Schubeck back to pass. His pass is a little overthrown. Incomplete. 4th and 10 at the 46. Schubeck now back in punt formation. And doesn't want to return. Aims for the sidelines. It goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be marked at the 21. 1st and 10 at their own 21 for the Red Tornadoes. Meredith picks up 5 out to the 26 with number 80 Cutler on the tackle. On a 2nd and 5 at the 26. Go back to fullback Meredith once again. This time he gets 4 yards out to the 30. Just short of the first down. 3rd and 1 at the 30. Quarterback Rupp on a keeper. And his feet go out from under him on the 29, a 1-yard loss. That brings up a 4th and 2 at the 29. Number 31, Tommy Walden, back in punt formation. And Walden's punt is taken by number 23, Tom Lutz, at the Red Tornado 46, returned to the 35, taken out of bounds by Niglio. 1st and 10 at the 35. Schubeck, straight drop back pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Schubeck again back to pass. Left end. Szymanski comes in hard and his pass is incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 25. At the 35. Try to cross up the defense with a draw to DiGiosio. But he is stopped short of the first down by number 5, Rob Gergen, at the 26. And that brings up a 4th and 1 at the 26. Schubeck on a quarterback sneak gets 3 yards in the first down at the 41 with Sammy Chicatano assisting on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 23. DiGiosio picks up 5 out to the 18. Paul Szymanski, one of the tacklers, on a shoestring tackle. 2nd and 5 at the 18. And Schubeck on a keeper picks up 3 yards down to the 15. 3rd and 2 at the 15. Quarterback Schubeck over his own left guard gets 1 as Karpinski gets in on the tackle. 4th and 1 at the 14. DiGiosio on the carry gets 7 yards and a first down as he's hit by Zaleski and Karpinski. 1st and 10 at the 7. Schubeck on a keeper, hit by Karpinski, a 1-yard gain. And that brings up a 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line. Or 2nd and goal at the 6. And Schubeck's pass is overthrown in the end zone. 3rd and goal at the 6. And remember, we had a 40-some yard field goal. Here's another attempt from way inside, and Mikolovich shanks it to the left, and it's no good. Red Tornadoes were saved. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Number 9, Rupp at quarterback, hands off to Niglio, and he's taken out of bounds by Zuber just over the 30. Niglio picking up the first down. 1st and 10 at the 30. And Rupp trips over, I guess, his guard going into the backfield for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 at the 26. Draw play to Niglio. Picks up 12 yards as John Stavecki, number 10, makes the tackle. Red Tornadoes now have a 3rd and 2 at the 38. But before the play can go off, the second quarter is over, and at the half, it's Panther Valley 9, Mount Carmel area 8. To start the second half, Szymanski's kickoff is taken at the 30 by Chris Zuber, and he's run out of bounds by Gergen at the 32. 1st and 10 at their own 32. DiGiosio, hit high by Tony Chicatano and low by Rob Gergen, picks up 3 yards to the 35. 2nd and 7 at their own 35. Schubeck on a keeper. hit by Meredith and Gergen at the 37 for a gain of 2. 3rd and 5 at the 37. Schubeck on a keeper. Coming up fast is Gergen from the secondary. Takes him out of bounds at the 45. Panther Valley with a 1st and 10 at their own 45. Schubeck's jump pass is tipped, but the pass is incomplete. 1st and 10 to Josio. Stopped by number 60, Tom Petroskevich, for no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 40. Number 20, Sloniker. Tackled by 41, Sammy Chicatano, for a 2-yard gain. And on 3rd and 8 at the 38, and you see all the movement. The play is blown dead. Penalty on Panther Valley. 3rd and 13 at the 43. Schubeck, straight drop back, hurried by Szymanski, gets the pass off. And it's incomplete. But there is a penalty on the play. And after the penalty on the Red Tornadoes, it's Panther Valley 1st and 10 at the 27. Sloniker gets the carry and picks up 5 yards as Sammy Chicatano comes up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 at the 22. Sloniker again on the carry, gets 3 as number 75, Tom Allen, and number 60, Tom Petroskevich on the stop. 3rd and 2 at the 19. Quarterback Schubeck on a keeper, hit by Tony Chicatano, Rob Gergen, and Tom Allen. 1st and 10 at the 17. All-Stater DeJosi over the left side, hit by Gergen, finished off by number 60, Petroskevich, a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 at the 16. Pitch to Sloniker around the right side. He loses 1 as Jed Karpinski comes up to make the tackle. 3rd and 10 at the 17. Schubeck back to pass. There's a flag down. The pass goes out of the end zone. Panther Valley penalized, but the penalty was declined, which brings up a 4th and 10 at the 17. A field goal attempt by number 82, Mikovic. And again, it is no good after making that real long one in the first quarter. So the Red Tornadoes bite the bullet. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Quarterback Rip back to pass. Rolls to his right and finds Paul Szymanski to the 26. 2nd and 4 at the 26. Quarterback Rip's pass. Again completed, this time to the left side to Szymanski. He's taken out of bounds at the 35 by Zuber. 1st and 10 at the 35. Meredith, right up the middle, gets 2 yards. Number 80, Cutler, making the stop. 2nd and 8 at the 37. A draw to Eddie Dimmick. No gain as Cutler comes in for the tackle. 3rd and 8 at the 37. Quarterback Danny Rupp fading back to pass. And the pass is completed to Jed Karpinski at the 37, a gain of 26 yards. Great catch. Mount Carmel area, 1st and 10 at the Panther Valley 37. Rupp's pass, this time completed to Big Paul Szymanski. Lutz takes him out of bounds at the 30. 2nd and 3 at the 30. Quarterback Rupp back to pass, and he is sacked by number 71, Greg Gogol, for a loss of 7. Red Tornadoes now have a 3rd and 10 at the 37. Rupp's pass, and it's tipped at the line by number 80, Cutler, falls incomplete. 4th and 10 for the Red Tornadoes, and this time it's Joey Thoroughway in punt formation. And Joey Thoroughway nails one going out of bounds down on the 5-yard line. First and 10, Panther Valley at their own 5. And the play is blown dead as Panther Valley is penalized back to the 2.5-yard line. First and 13 at the 2. DeJosi on the carry is hit by Gergen after a gain of 2. Second and 11 at the 4. Sloniker tackled by Bill Fracolosi, and then Sammy Chicatano gets in on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Third and 10 at the 5. Schubeck decides to pass. And his pass is completed to DeJosio, taken out of bounds by Jake Karpinski at the 19. Panther Valley first and 10 at the 19. And Sloniker gets 2 as Rob Gergen comes in on the tackle. Second and 8 at the 21. Schubeck back to pass. Big rush. And number 32, Eddie Dimnick, makes a diving catch and picks it off the ground at the 35. Red Tornadoes now with a first and 10 at the Panther Valley 35. Danny Rupp's pass. And it's completed to Jed Karpinski down to the 3, taken out of bounds by Lutz. First and goal at the 3. Eddie Dimmick gets the carry. There are flags on the play and a 5-yard penalty against the Red Tornadoes. Repeat first and goal at the 8. Quarterback Rupp on a roll. Passes into, and it's incomplete. Third and goal at the 8. Rupp again back to pass. Ooh, he had a guy wide open, but he goes back to the left side, and it's incomplete. Fourth and goal at the 8. Rupp back to pass. And into traffic, but coming up with the ball is Szymanski for the touchdown with 3 defenders all over him. 2-point try for the extra point. And there's Szymanski in the end zone by himself, a 2-point conversion. And the scoreboard with 1:44 left in the third quarter. Mount Carmel area 16, Panther Valley 9, and Jazz is feeling a lot better on the sidelines now. Szymanski's kickoff is taken by Sloniker at the 17. Number 81, Danny Golotsky, finally making the stop. There's a flag on the play on Panther Valley. So they have a first and 10 at their own 19. Sloniker trying around the left side, but number 5, Robbie Gergen comes in and decks him, a loss of 2. Second and 12 at the 17. Quarterback Schubeck, hurried by Glowatsky, but the pass is incomplete. Third and 12 at the 17. Chris Zuber on a reverse action pitch is taken out of bounds by Meredith after a gain of 2. Fourth and 10 at the 19, Schubeck's punt. Taken at the 47 by Dimnick, hands off to Niglio, and he's run out of bounds at the Panther Valley 40. Red Tornadoes first and 10 on the Panther Valley 40. Danny Rupp's pass. Oh, tough catch, it's dropped. Second and 10 at the 40. Rupp again back to pass. This time it's a screen pass to B.J. Niglio, but it's read by number 76, Dwayne Sloniker, and a loss of 6. And that shows the third quarter coming to an end. Mount Carmel area 16, Panther Valley 9. Red Tornadoes to start the fourth quarter have a third and 16 at the Panther Valley 45. Rupp back to pass, and he decides to tuck it in, gets 7 yards with number 71, Gogol, on the stop. Fourth and 9 at the PV 38. And Joe Thoroughway back in punt formation again. And gets off another good punt that is downed on the 13 by number 22, Joey Zavarik. Panther Valley 1st and 10 on their own 13. Quarterback Schubeck decides to tuck it in and gets 13 yards down to the 26. 1st and 10 at the 26. Quarterback Schubeck back, but Tony Chicatano gets around the blocker. A 12-yard loss back to the 14. 2nd and 24 at the 12. And they draw. It's a draw to DiGiosio, who picks up 9 yards out to the 21 as Eddie Dimnick makes the tackle. 3rd and 15 at the 21. Schubeck pitches to Sloniker. Number 5, Robbie Gergen, grabs him and throws him out of bounds at the 29. 4th and 7 at the 29. Schubeck back in punt formation. His punt is taken at the 33 by Dimnick. Number 23, Lutz, making the stop at the 32. 1st and 10 for the Red Tornadoes at the 32. B.J. Niglio gets the carry, and he gets 3 yards as number 80, Cutler, on the stop. 2nd and 7 at the 35. Danny Rupp back to pass, and his pass falls incomplete. 3rd and 7 at the 35. Rupp's pass to Dimnick is completed, but there's a penalty against the Red Tornadoes, and it comes back. Repeat 3rd down and 12 at the 30. Niglio is stopped by number 60, Mark Pisco, no gain. And now Rupp's pass is completed to Szymanski, number 40, with Dave Bonner on the stop at the 33. And this time it's Tommy Weldon who goes back on a quick kick. And it's taken by number 30, Lutz. He slips down at the 25. Panther Valley 1st and 10 at their own 25. Quarterback Schubeck. Caught in the backfield by number 5, Rob Gergen, at the 22 for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 at the 22. Quarterback Schubeck's pass. Their big rush is knocked down by Eddie Dimmick. 3rd and 13 at the 22. DiGiosio on a carry, but George Zimmerman makes a stop, assisted by Sammy Chicatano at the 26. 4th and 9 at the 26. Schubeck and punt formation. And the punt is downed at the 16 by Conzaneri. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at their own 16. Eddie Dimnick on the carry picks up 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 19. On a play called Detroit, Niglio's handoff to Dimnick to the 31 for a gain of 12 with number 10, Stavecki, and 23, Lutz making the stop. Red Tornadoes 1st and 10 at the 31. Meredith right up the middle gets 4 as Moravik and Cutler make the tackle. 2nd and 6 at the 35. Oh, and there you see number 63 going off sides. Flag on the play, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd and 1 at the 39. Rupp on an automatic. Quarterback sneak gets the 1st down and 3 yards. 1st and 10 at the 43. Dimnick picks up 3 yards as number 76, Dwayne Sloniker, on the stop. 2nd and 7 at the 46. Rupp on a quarterback sneak picks up 2. And then on a 3rd and 5 at the 48. Rupp again on a quarterback sneak as the game ends. According to Mount Carmel area statistician Jose Gonzalo, Rob Gergen's 17 tackles in this game gets him in the top 10 all-time tacklers in a single game. And there you see both teams running off the field. The scoreboard showing the Red Tornadoes out in front, 16-9 at the end of the game. And there's Jazz talking to the Panther Valley head coach down in the left-hand bottom corner of your screen. And the final score from the Silver Bowl, it was the Mont Carmel Area Red Tornadoes 16, the Panther Valley Panthers 9. We believed it was all-time win number 497, but with the finding of the 4 additional games, it was win number 501.